I am Andrew Demski.
I'm Jenna Demski. A friend of mine who I've known since I was little started going here a few years ago. So when we moved back from DC, she invited us to attend. And we've been here since.
Well, it's something like for us, when we came here, honestly, I came here being very skeptical, being like, we're coming for our friend. Okay, we'll try it. Most likely, it's not something that will really work out for us. Came in and sat down for service, and it just, I don't know, it felt really like we were home. It was a really weird feeling, and we both we love the teaching, and it's really important to us. So it's had a really big impact on us.
The first service we were here, I was sitting there and I was so excited because I just felt so excited to be here and at peace. And I was like, I hope Andrew really likes this church. And we got in the car and he was like, that's awesome. So I feel like we both felt like it was home instantaneously.
Yeah, it's something that I know we think we both really value, teaching that we can apply to our lives, and Sean is just really good at that. And it was really helpful. So that was really impactful. We just really felt like we could learn a lot. So we have a friend of ours that we met here, not here at the church, but he has been kind of struggling with his faith. And so we all went on vacation together, and we came back and we invited him to church. And it was one of these things that I don't know, the first day I think we didn't really want to go. It was one of those days where I don't want to get up and go to church, and we did anyways. And he came with us, and it was the beginning of the series that was for, I don't remember the name of it, but it was how basically determining how Christ is real, which is exactly what he was struggling with. And it was really awesome to kind of see how that worked out so well.
Like the message, literally the questions Sean's were talking about were the exact questions that we had talked about on the 8-hour car ride home that he had been wrestling with. And so it was really neat. I was just gonna say that I feel like through being a part of this initiative, it's drawn us in unexpectedly, as we were not seeking it out. God's very obviously pulling us in and being like, okay, it's time to stop sitting here anonymously and to really get involved. And so I think we're both excited about that.
Well, it's something that we feel that tithe is something that is really good for us to do. It's something that God talks about in the Bible. It's something that is really good. And for us, it's been a really big trust thing, just because I run my own business. And that's the majority of our income. For us, having some months are great and other months are not so great. So we decided about 2 years ago, that we would give the same every week regardless, which is really hard. And it's something we felt with God was really placing on our hearts, especially mine, because I have major trust issues. It's something that every week, some weeks I'm really excited to do it. I'm like, yes, I'm good. And other weeks I'm like, no, why are we doing this? This is awful. So it's been a struggle up and down of just consistently doing it, but I've never been disappointed.
I feel like it's been a big faith journey that's been really hard sometimes, but also very exciting. Even in the months where we're making basically nothing and it's hard to see that money leave every week, it's also amazing because God's just so faithful in what he called you to. And so this whole act of faith he's just so faithful, and he surprises us all the time with his generosity to us.
God will never put us through something that we can't handle as long as we just trust him. Because there's lots of times it's whenever it gets tough, he's always like, oh yeah, it all worked out in the end, but you had to keep going. And so that's always been the really hard part. But it's one of those things, luckily, I feel like now we have the experience that we can kind of rely on. Even though right now we don't feel like it's something really great, we can look back and see that it did work out. And it's one of those things moving forward, we can just it kind of helps a lot with the trust issues, but I don't know, I still struggle, so she's really good.
I don't.
You don't?
At this point, I just feel like God has been so very faithful to us, and he's pushing our faith a bit and not letting us get comfortable and trying to pray and see if we should be giving more or how we can serve in different ways and what the next couple of years look like for us.
I think Centrepointe is a good investment because largely just what I've heard from the leadership and really what they're doing. And the big thing is looking back and seeing that they started out with a plan, and then they have gone and accomplished the first few steps, and now they're to the final one. And that shows me a lot of follow through, which I think a lot of organizations struggle with. And so that's why I feel like it's a really good place to put my money.
I would say go ahead and start giving. God is so faithful. And the more you exercise the faith, the easier it gets, and the more I feel like it's just a journey, and the Lord draws you closer to himself through having to trust him. It's so easy to cling so tightly to everything that we work hard for and we see as treasures in this world. And it's a beautiful feeling to be able to give and know that he is faithful to keep us.